ship heads out there. Got a great program for you coming up. We're going to talk about dating, how to use the left lane at work, and whatever Brian is bringing to the table today. Did I mention 77 already? Cool. As you can see, we got two guests with us. We have Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Hi.
And we have Elena. Say hi, Elena.
Hello.
So yeah, should be an excellent show. Coming over, Brian? Okay. I guess I'll start off with my commute over here, because apparently people still don't understand that the left lane is the fast lane. And no, that doesn't mean I'm going to the speed limit, so that means that everyone else, fuck you. No, so the left lane is to go move quickly. I had one thing, I've been trying to calm down behind the wheel. Maybe I'm getting older. I'm almost 30. It's time to stop driving like you're 18, street racing your European shitbox. So, I approach somebody in the left lane and, please move over. You're still not moving over. It's safe to move over. You're not moving over. I'm coming closer to your ass. I'm not doing it on purpose. Now I'm slowing down. Now you're slowing down more. Great. Okay, cool. I will move over to the right to pass you on the right. Oh, now you're speeding up in your shitty early 2000s Cadillac with a North Star V8 that's known for exploding. Proud of you for keeping it on the road, but I'm just going to
picking it up.
Drop 2 gears, pass you. Oh, and then you hit me with the high beams. Wonderful. Fantastic. I had that 3 times because for whatever, you have the slightest bit of condensation on the ground, and suddenly everyone's just like, holy shit, slow the fuck down. And then everyone just, and do that on the right lane. That's fine. Fuck the Jersey Parkway or Parkway. Parkway. There's 4 lanes on it. Just pick one of the other 3.
Why do they call that a parkway, but you park in a driveway? Yuck.
KYS. Anywho. No, but I just
kiss yourself gladly.
Yes, make wonderful. Get that sweet lip smacking ASMR that we're known for over here on the Shibby Shack.
And now I'm going to kiss myself with my lips.
Oh God, that was just weird. Even why'd you lock eyes with me when you did that?
Because I knew it'd make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, you made it weird.
Now it's weird. Don't look at me.
I've listened to some ASMR. Some of it's kind of neat. Some of it's relaxing. I don't get the lip smacking stuff or the other I don't. I did.
You know what I found out about recently? Because I was watching the H3 podcast.
Love it.
And they had that wacky lady Trisha
Paytas. Penis. Yeah.
Besides everything else that's wrong with her, but she did a thing for them. It's apparently there's an ASMR about people eating. I forgot what it was called.
Dude, there's an ASMR for Shrek 3.
But one of the most famous ones is this lady eating crabs.
Yes, I've seen this one. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had her eating Domino's pizza on it. I paused it and waited till there was a point where I didn't see Domino's anymore because I'm I can't do it. I cannot do people eat it was just her just eating a pizza. I'm I can't do it.
No, it's when people go to the restaurant and you're just fucking remember when we used to have Old Country Buffet back in the day? Oh. And people would come in there on their mobility scooters and just load up and just fucking chew with their mouth open.
I remember I got yelled at by first my mom and then the manager because I was 12 and I decided, why use a plate or a cup for the ice cream machine, and I was just downing it just right over there, ice cream all over my face. It was great.
You put your head right into the ice cream machine.
I put it right in. It was great.
So you did this twice because you had your mom yelled at you first and then the manager?
No, my mom yelled at me and then I just ignored her and then the manager yelled at me.
I mean, at least it's Old Country Buffet, so you're not violating any health codes or anything. That's just their normal every day.
No.
It's fine. Do you ever go to Old Country Buffet?
No.
No? You're not missing out much.
I don't know these people. I don't know how I got here.
That's Shibby Shack. But yeah, so you came on. You were telling me about this super rad dating app. I'm very curious to what it's about, to the point that I saw what it's about, and I was like, no, I don't want to. I want to hear it from the source. I don't want to. Well, I guess the internet's technically a source also, but I don't want to hear it from that source. I don't want to hear.
A website. It's there for information.
Indeed, and I did not want to hear it with my eyes. I want to hear it with my ears. So, what is said dating app?
Okay, so the dating app is called Iris, and it's actually available on the app stores now as you search Iris Dating, and it'll come up. We're not officially launched yet. We're still in a testing phase, but we'll be launching soon. So I'll be making an announcement about that. And this is basically the startup that I've been mysteriously working on for like a year and a half. And like everyone was like, Alina, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm working on something, but I can't tell you.
It's a
It's a
secret.
secret
Well,
and
I'm
I
happy that
can't tell
you
you.
chose the Shibby Shack to break the secret to everybody.
Of course.
Oh, it was great because we were there. And she's been working on it this whole time, and everybody knows about it. And everyone's like, "Oh, when is she gonna start working? And when is she doing this?" I'm like, "She's doing a thing. She just can't say the
thing."
thing."
Yeah.
No, just leave it as is.
So what
Okay.
separates Iris from Tinder or Bumble or Hinge?
Absolutely everything. So like basically, to start the story, my dad's a programming genius.
Shout out to
He came to this country with nothing, but you know how you now have on websites, when you chat with a representative and they can see your screen and they can like point you to where on the website you would need to go. Like he invented that at the time, like
Really?
15 years ago. It was like co-browsing technology. So that was his first big company that got really successful.
I would say, small little entrepreneurial project. Not,
Mhm.
not too big. It was whatever. Just
Wasn't that useful?
revolutionized internet forever. It's not big. I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know Steve Wozniak invented the internet, and that's where it all ended. Yep.
Yeah, so then he he got like a more cushiony job, but being the kind of person that he is, he couldn't just relax. So he started messing with AI technology. He literally was just like taking a break and taking some online classes from like Stanford, and he's like, I'm gonna program this thing that they're saying that no one else can do. So he programmed an AI that learns what you find attractive about a person, and then after it's trained, it can scan profiles for you and give you recommendations of people who you will find attractive, but also since it's doing the same thing for the other people, they're going to match you with people you find attractive and who are going to find you attractive back.
Interesting.
So every recommendation starts at this base of like mutual physical attraction. Because he's kind of a sap and believes in love at
Does it search like your internet history? Like, is this is this gonna be like, okay, so Spencer looked up big booty bitches, so we're just gonna
No,
play
no.
that.
No, it's not that
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
AI.
So like the app.
Well,
How
it's a
does it
physical
find weebs
attractiveness.
for me? How does it find weebs for me?
What's a weeb?
I'll tell you when you're older. A weeb is someone that's very heavy into anime. It's one of those terms that was derogatory, and then everyone fell in love with it, and now everyone calls each other weeb.
Yeah.
So pretty much that's a weeb.
adorable.
Also, just shout out to your dad for like slowing down and relaxing and considering taking Stanford classes as just a relaxing everyday sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's
I wish I found that relaxing. That sounds anxiety inducing.
Oh yeah, he's great. Oh, we're gonna relax. I'm gonna go on a 17-mile hike.
That's relaxing for some people.
Yeah, he's also a mountain climber. He's technically the second Armenian man to climb Mount Everest. We're Armenian. We're from Armenia. So he also has that under his belt. And I'm never going to live up to him, and I've made peace with that. But I get to, like...
That's the spirit.
I get to coast around on the ride.
She just gets
Who
home
needs
and it's like, thanks,
motivation?
Dad.
Who needs motivation when you have self-deprecation?
That's right.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so the app works, like, when you download it, it's going to first put you through this, like, training session. And right now we have it as stock images since we don't have users yet, and it's going to train you how you analyze the faces. Like, there's a rating system, and then it builds the blueprint for what we call your attraction DNA.
Now, these faces that you're going to be rating, are they actual faces that are on the app also, or do you use, like, stock photos first?
Yeah, we're using stock photos first, and until, like, we launch...
What company are you using stock photos? Because I will totally model for them. I want to see my rating.
I really wanted that the photo of like the stock businessman from all the internet historian videos, where it's just
staring one
the blank white guy who's just like
with the tux with a suit on. Yeah,
where it's
that'd
like, listen, trailer, we have a new plan for an internet poll.
be, indeed.
I want to match with him so bad.
Oh, that'd be great. But that's really cool. That's
Yeah.
very.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
How
and
d-
then another way we're trying to differentiate ourselves from the other dating app is, I know like some dating apps have like a verification system where you can get a badge, but everyone by default on the app, it has to do a selfie verification. Otherwise, we just won't show your profile at all.
So they have to have a picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to be verified. So it's every single person you're gonna see on the app is like their face has been verified. Is like this is what they actually looks like. Their profile pictures can't be heavily edited, or they can't be from like 20 years ago.
And also with like they can't have like 20 other people in the photo with them.
Yeah, no.
Because I noticed that one.
dude.
Oh yeah, we
see,
don't
like,
do the thing where you get
Like
your
my
very
friend-
attractive friend next to you for the double, and then you take their
Because
photo.
like r/Tinder, one of my favorite things always to see on there is like the people who do like them and their friend, and it's like take a wild guess which
Yeah.
one's me,
And it's the only picture, so it's just a crapshoot.
and it's like it's this really hot person or the ugly looking.
And it's
one
usually
next
some
to him.
stupid generic quote like, "If you can't take me at my worst, you're not allowed to have me at my best," or something. And it's like, I don't even know which one you are.
One of those is the worst, and one of those is the best.
It's like
Gotta tell me which one.
it's like
I mean, in all honesty, like, imagine just waiting at the table for dinner and she sits down and you're like, "Oh, that one? Damn it.
Yeah, no.
Jesus Christ, just fudge."
stir your
yeah.
phone like this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? Just like angrily walk away but still take the bread because it's free.
Yeah, so none of that happens with this one. They actually do. When you turn it on, they make you actually turn like the selfie camera on. It has to wait until you blink, and it makes it's
Wow.
a whole bunch of science. When it takes the photo, it's not just like, here's my piece of paper photo. There's
So
a
at-
lot going on.
At
Remind
what,
me to never get in your dad's bad side. I feel like he can just destroy my life.
I'm about to say, at what point will the T800 just come and take the picture for you
Yeah, this
in
super athletic
person?
programmer
quite
is
yet.
just coming after you.
Yeah, he's gonna climb mountains while also like destroying my life on his phone as he's climbing the mountain. And he's like, "See, I could have just did it on my laptop, but I want to flex on you. I had to climb Mount Everest while destroying your life, sending your social security number to the world."
Yeah, no.
I just
No,
ima-
you're on the good side. You
I'm
gave
just
me this
imagining-
opportunity, so
I'm
we're
just
good. We're good.
I'm just imagining sitting in like a low
Hear
lit
that?
room.
Just
LSA
starts-
is unamused.
Just marking myself safe. It's like I gotta post that on Facebook.
What,
Mark
in
myself
Hurricane-
safe from
For
AI.
Hurricane LSA?
No, not her. From her dad.
Oh. The hell she? What?
No,
is
I
this?
was pointing to the camera.
Oh, see, from my perspective, the finger goes to LSA.
To the camera right over there.
LSA says hi.
Remember, we're on Twitch. We go live. By the way, anyone listening, we go live on Twitch Wednesdays around 7:30 to 8 o'clock.
Like right now,
p.m.
if you're listening
Eastern
live.
Standard
I
Time.
like how you said around because you don't.
Because there's
Yeah.
No. Every time I post it up, it's always a hard ish, and we usually have well intentions of starting on time, but computers futz out,
technology
or
likes to be technology.
internet just doesn't want it. Internet. Yes, or our standard issue.
Spencer
pizza
puts in
bagels.
way too much work setting everything up.
Indeed. No, I just watch YouTube videos the whole time.
What do you mean at work?
He gets the joke, everybody.
You get to watch Spencer just sitting down on his phone. I'm trying to set everything up. And Spencer's sitting there
Shout
going,
out to Joe saying I look like a fat guy. I guess I should probably sit up. So when we take my picture for this dating app, does it make sure that you're
I
not taking
actually
it like in the air
brought
like
it.
this?
Like I
it's
actually
like
have like a.
make sure all my chins are showing.
I brought the app.
You brought the app?
Yeah, so right now, regular people can't use the app. They need an invitation code. We're doing some beta testing.
Ooh.
But,
so can
What's
I,
the
can I
invitation
match?
code?
Can
No,
I
I'm
match
not
with some
gonna-
stock photos?
Oh, so close. What?
Can I match with some stock photos? Is what you're saying?
Can you match with some stock photos? Oh my
She
god!
brought the
Can
app.
we-
I
can
want
we
to
please-
match
can
with
we
some of the
please-
stock photos.
I
So
want to
the
see the
way-
stock photo you match with, just so we can get a cardboard cutout of him.
Okay,
Or
Spencer.
her.
So
or
the
it.
way
Yeah.
it works is you're not exactly matching. You're basically rating those people. So scale of 1 to 10,
So closed
basically.
captioning.
Or
I don't think so. We can up
they
the
might have
volume.
changed it.
Do you want this
I
on
was
the
in like
mic
the
over mic? That's what-
before beta, so they might have adjusted it.
Here, let's-
But you're basically saying like yes, no, maybe to the photos, and then eventually, once it goes live, there will be people on the other side of those photos that will be doing the same thing, and eventually, you'll start clicking matches because you're both finding themselves mutually attractive. So that's the gist of it. It's not
Okay.
like immediate, like aha.
It's not just yes, 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 yes. Hey, I got one. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Me
not
when I
that.
had Tinder.
We have like a big emphasis on you have to be really sincere with your ratings. Like we don't want you to settle because with regular apps you might have to swipe through like lots and lots of profiles to get to someone you might like, and then you run the risk of like that they don't like you back and you get ghosted. So here the emphasis is you got to be sincere with your ratings to get someone you really like, because we're going to run the AI against all these odds and numbers against you. So don't settle on the chance of finding that person who is going to like you back the same way you like them.
Do you see what other people rate you?
There was a question that was, do you see what other people rate you?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Gotcha. So no, you do not see it. Do you guys want to watch the intro to Iris? We can put the phone to the mic and
Have it talk like that. Yeah, we could try and see how it sounds.
yeah.
Okay.
See,
But like, keep
you're getting the
talking
sneak.
because
You're
I
getting
have
the.
to.
No, that's fine. You're getting the sneak peek here at the Shibby Shack. This isn't for you fucking normies. You need an invitation for this shit.
This is your invitation.
Soon
You're
it'll-
welcome,
Soon it'll be
world.
out for you normies, but for right now,
Yeah, it
Plebeians.
It seemed like it was
you
a
need
very
an app to date. And I was kidding.
It was a very
There's nothing wrong with
interesting talk because we were going to the breakfast table and her dad came down with the laptop open and he's like, good. You're one of the only men in the house. Do this. And I was like, I am dating your daughter. And he's like, yes. Now.
Yeah, but
it's
it might not work
important-
out, so.
He goes, yes, that's true. Elena, please leave the room. I want these to be as true as possible.
No, but that's actually is a thing. Like, there's so much we learned during this process of making the app, and one of them is you can't have someone looking over your shoulder when you're rating people. Like, psychologically, it's been proven when you're rating people and someone else is watching, you cater your picks
To
based-
like
yeah.
what they would want.
Mhm.
Okay.
Interesting.
I had to look
Very
into
interesting.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair because then, if you're looking over, he could be like, "Oh, she's gonna know what I'm into." So it's like,
Right. Oh, no, I gotta click this
yeah.
one.
Or like, why do you like her? She looks nothing like me.
Oh, that's the worst.
Also, I guess you like blondes, huh? It's like, ooh.
Can I just
You
say,
see a trend?
as a person that goes all over the spectrum with what kind of body types they like, that's really fucking annoying. You can find beauty in X, Y, or Q. It doesn't really matter. Just
What's wrong with Z?
But the-
So that was one of the big
Z's fucking
things.
gross, dude. Z's fucking gross. No,
That was one of the big things that they've noticing with the app is that what you find like attractive is obviously not the case because they've been doing all this testing and where like someone would be like, "Wow, really?" And it's like the total opposite. So it's really interesting that there's this whole kind of different take
right,
on
and,
it.
and then you also have like the societal standards of like, let's say you are into more heavy set women, but you're too afraid to say you are into that because like societal judgment or something. Yeah, I'm talking about me. Leave me alone.
yeah,
No,
well,
I'm kidding.
one of the
No,
other
I go
things-
like I said. I actually. Anywho, what were you saying with this app?
No, it's like another thing that we noticed, like in when we first started, like when my dad was handing it out to people to test, there was like some cynicism because they're like, yeah, okay, but I'm just getting these results and they're all just attractive women. You're just showing me attractive women, and then my dad had to be like, no, I don't find
Foiled
these
again.
women attractive, and then you realize how different people's tastes actually are. But we go around thinking that this is just what's default attractive, but actually it shows more of what your personal preference is.
Yeah. So I remember I started doing it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that this is going to work. Like, I have different standards. So it's, and I started
I'm
clicking.
too smart for the
and
computer.
I was like, no, see? No. And then all of a sudden I was like, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Yes,
'Cause it's
yes,
learning.
yes,
The program
yes,
is learning.
yes. Okay, I get it.
Why do I feel called out? Damn it!
So now Elena's dad knows what you're into.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Thank you. There was no app. I'm holding this over you forever." My daughter better get the
Oh,
biggest ring in the
sham.
world, or
long
else
con.
she's finding out that you're into the exact opposite.
That is wonderful.
That'd be the greatest long con. He just did all this just to get some like blackmail on you.
Oh, and maybe I should like I'm the attorney for the company. Like I just don't hang. I don't just hang around. So that would have been really funny if this whole time I'm filling out legal paperwork and we've legally registered the company and everything. It was just a long con.
That'd be amazing.
You know, judging about like from your dad's other achievements, I feel like he'd be the guy that'd go that extra just to make that all happen.
This sounds like a bit that'd be on like How I Met Your Mother. That Barney would go through like this long process just to find this out, and he's like, "Great, I got it, done. Close down the whole app. It's all pointless now."
We have investors.
It's like they're in like the big stock meeting. It's like we've raised millions of dollars. There's investors. We have Jeff Bezos here. He's like, no, got it. I got my son-in-law's preferences. Shut it down.
Yeah,
Shut
don't
it
need
down,
now.
lads. Shut it down. Oh, that's wonderful.
So do you want to watch?
Yeah. Let's
There's like a little preview that
That'd be
comes- let me
amazing.
up the volume.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get the preview. Well, here, if you want, I'll hold the phone and I'll put it to my mic, and you'll control. Just make sure volume levels are good. It's like we're a real podcast. Yeah.
Don't look at the code.
All right, what code?
What's a code?
866.
Hi, thanks for downloading Iris, your first personal AI for dating. Iris needs to understand what triggers attraction in your brain. We call this attraction DNA. To do so, first you have to train Iris. Training happens
What if
in
I'm into
3 steps.
Iris?
Each step refining your attraction DNA.
I like the swanky
Iris
music.
will continually suggest people in your feed with a high probability of mutual attraction. One important thing to remember, Iris focuses in quality matches over quantity. It is not a gamified app. Once you train Iris, it will be the only swiping you ever do. Enjoy your first personal AI for dating.
So is she gonna be one of
Word.
the T800s that shows up at my door when I try and misuse the app?
No.
Iris was not meant for that, Spencer.
I'll never forget you. Memory deleted. That's a Futurama
So you
joke.
can put in your phone number to register, and I'll just make sure you're deleted if you don't want to stay on.
What if I want to stay on? I got the
Okay.
super special invite that I can't
Well,
put on
then
my
you
phone.
could just stay on.
I'll put you on the list.
I am wait. But I'm on your phone. But I'm gonna get the verification code. Oh, jeez. Oh, technology's scary.
But yeah, now that you're saying that, it's like the super ultimate test of like someone's marriage. Like if the two of us went on there, and it's like, will I match with her?
No, I think you're ugly.
I mean, it's fair.
It happens.
You look like a foot.
That's my
Well,
thing.
then
Don't be
my-
calling me a foot. I call other people a foot.
Yeah, it
Which I
doesn't
stole
seem
from
like
Family
the
Guy, but
text
still.
is sending.
Might take a minute.
Riveting.
This is beta.
That's fair. I had them resend. But if not, I mean, it's not like there's gonna be many people for me to talk to.
But you could match with stock footage Jim inside of his
Oh, dude.
office setting when he's wearing his collared shirt, but he has a hard hat on.
Oh,
and
man,
he's
does he
holding
have the
blueprints? And he's like, ha.
Does he have the white undershirt on?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's like, hey man, you want to hit up happy hour afterwards?
But
You know,
I say-
get away from the old ball and chain.
Is he gonna hit me with the "How are you, neighbor?" Because our cubicles are next to each other? Oh, gee, I'm rubbing my nipples right now.
He's like, hey, do you want to join the office fantasy team pool?
But we don't do that because it's gambling, and that's bad.
You know,
It's okay. We use water cooler bucks. I don't know.
we had to
Hate
we have like
myself.
the at my
Go,
job
Joe.
we have the a firewall up to stop people from gambling and stuff, and we do have office pools in place. So when the firewall got updated, it cut that off, and I got a phone call from my personal phone from the CEO, and he was like, "Hey,
I want to gamble.
So the thing is, turn off that firewall."
You know, when the CEO says it, you're like,
I was like,
wait, hold on. If the CEO told you to turn it off, who told you to turn it on?
also the CEO. But he
Thought he was above the law?
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't know. So I'm like, yeah, it turns it on for everybody, and he's like, turn it off. Turn it off now.
I thought I was above the law, so turn it off.
I'm like, no, I was
That's
above
hilarious.
I am above the law.
I was like, who had the power over him
the law. Me.
to be like, I'm gonna turn it on? That he's like, turn it off.
That's how admins run. Low key, we run the company.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so we go. Let's see. First step. I am a man. Let's see. Looking for a man. What age range are you looking for? 23 to 48? Oh, hell no. Let's get Cougar Town, man. Oh, nope. 48 to side. Oh, nope. 61. Fantastic. 23. Oh no. I should take this one seriously because the T800 is going to show up at my door.
Don't put below 44.
No, it's
I have a St. Patrick's Day story that says otherwise there, champ.
Shut the fuck up. Ooh. All right. I have this really big issue where I have really nice conversations with women. No, I'm serious. I have really nice conversations with women, and it turns out they're hardcore fucking hitting on me. I know it sounds like...
No. Don't be just... I'm having a nice conversation. You were just like, I'd do it. And I was like...
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
Ooh.
You were also very drunk.
This is true.
This sounds like a Spencer.
Okay.
Now I have to verify my identity.
Yes.
We went to a...
Iris just needs to verify that people actually look like their picture. Verification is easy. Iris just needs a selfie. This will not be your profile picture, but rather a reference for Iris to use.
Does Iris
So
make you
don't
put in
worry
your
about
height?
makeup or doing your
You're not
hair.
gonna height shame
This
me
will
like
not be used
Tinder
in your
does?
profile.
You're tall.
Bring
though.
your face and let Iris make sure it's you.
But that was like a thing I saw on Twitter one day that they like...
What are you, like,
you can
6'2"?
verify height.
Get outta here.
6'4".
But also, since this is my phone, it linked to my Facebook, so you're pretending to be Elena, but you're a man. Don't worry about
But
it.
we're supposed to be authentic. The T800s will get me. That's a lovely picture. But it's okay
Verified.
because it's not your profile picture, so it doesn't matter.
You're just verified. So you noticed as you were taking the photo, it had to wait like a few seconds.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That
nice
is
little waiting loop.
that is it's doing a lot of calculations in there to make sure it's actually your face and that it's moving and
It's
blinking.
amazing that it only takes a few seconds.
And, well,
Why does everything like not? This isn't even Iris, but just every new technology I learn about just seems like one step closer to Skynet. Like it's
because it's all running on the same servers. It's just how it
don't
works.
look at me like that's a common knowledge thing.
It is.
Well, you guys both do the IT.
I
Leave me
had
alone.
somebody come into my job that was talking about how she was part of the team that made facial recognition technology.
Yeah, you either work.
Yeah,
It's either at Amazon.
It's time. You're about to
It was
train
at Amazon.
your very own AI for dating. A custom tailored algorithm you personalize. I'm super excited for you, but there are
Me too.
a few things to consider. Every user trains Iris to learn about their own attraction. This is a unique AI algorithm that will work on your behalf.
It's gonna find
It
out
is
I'm super
very
into
important
Spencer.
you take your time and provide honest feedback in training. The more picky you are, the better results Iris will produce. Iris breaks training into 3 phases. Each phase you can like, dislike, or simply say you are not sure. Each step is designed to fine-tune exactly what you find attractive. It turns out what you may consider attractive is not the same for everyone else. Attraction is very personal. Iris does not consider gender, race, or even hair color. Iris does consider your
Iris is
one in a million
pansexual. Good
if
for
you
them.
train it to. Have fun.
Because it's
What about
a
religion?
robot.
Everything I said, but better. I should have just let her do it.
No, you sounded wonderful. Train Iris. Let's
So
go.
not only does Iris learn about you, you
I
can
wanna
also
see-
learn about yourself.
I want to see if
It's a journey we're all on.
Iris is very pretty.
She weighs about 17,000 pounds.
She thick. Have you seen how many servers she got? Damn, she thick.
Also, sorry it took a second. I had to upload a profile picture, and I realized I didn't have any selfies on my camera, so I just had to take one real quick.
Oh no worries at all. That's really funny. I was in a company meeting, and you know the stock photo of the guy that's like holding one girl, but like looking back at the other girl, like ooh,
Oh yeah, that common photo.
that guy. Yeah, it wasn't that photo, but that guy still dressed in the same outfit from the same shoot was in one of my company meetings. It was wonderful.
Fantastic.
Oh my! Wait, that's isn't that Aubrey Plaza?
No.
No,
No,
that's
me
a
see.
stock model.
that's a
That's
stock
not
model.
her.
Well, I mean, stock models are humans, I think.
No, they're all robots.
Like, even
probably
here,
They're
you
They're
Photoshopping.
actually
see,
they're the androids from Detroit
History
become
of the
human.
medium.
Oh yeah, everyone look away. We're not looking.
No, you can.
Oh,
look- you
yeah,
can
no,
look.
we
Those
can't-
choices are authentic.
We can't judge
So,
Spencer.
I mean, technically, we would have had to leave the room.
If you couldn't guess already, I'm very.
Isn't he you right
Open.
now though?
Yeah.
So you're a man looking for a woman, and you look like fantastic. Way to go, Iris. Way to not judge.
None of these are like. None of these are.
It's okay, I
Beta
can
testers.
uninstall this this version that I have for testing and just like re-upload my profile
Dude, none of these are
so
like.
all of us could do it.
I haven't given a high rating yet.
You're a soft boy now.
No offense to all of the models.
No, I
They're
was like
all-
that
I'm
too, but
sure
you
they're
see
all-
the bar over here, kind of like training.
Yes.
This is what it did to me too. And
You're
I'm like,
looking
I
at
don't
his
really,
pics. You can't do
I don't
that.
really see this. I don't really.
You guys can look at my pictures. You know that I'm not afraid to voice who or what I'm attracted to
Are you attracted to me?
in any way, shape, or fuck no. Any way, shape, or form.
You're lying.
How dare
If
you?
anything, if
we said we
anything from
wouldn't
my
talk
bachelor
about
party
this.
says you're lying.
We said we wouldn't talk about this on the podcast. There we go. There's a high.
Mm-hmm.
There's
don't
a
you
high.
fucking-
There's a hey, how you doing?
Don't you fucking high or me?
Spencer's just,
I see
so
we're like.
while Spencer's
While-
going through
yeah,
his
while
matches
Spencer's-
here.
No, I mean, or do you want me to? Oh, no, because I was gonna say I can visually describe all these people, but
No.
nah, we'll get offensive.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
She's pretty. She's ugly. She's pretty. She's pretty.
Turns out this is a
Do her,
stock photo.
marry
This
her,
is a
kill her,
stock
do
photo.
her. No, I was kidding.
Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. That'd be a great name for a dating app. Fuck, marry, kill.
Would it
I
though?
As an attorney, I have to voice several recipes.
Sorry, fuck, marry, pass. Can't say kill. You can kill them.
This one
later,
kind of looks
though,
like
it's fine.
Jesus without the beard.
I'm
Because
not
she's
seeing
holding
it.
tulips?
I
I
think it's
wanted to
also
see
like that
Jesus.
light of aura behind her.
Not Jesus. Spencer's dumb. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not listening to you. I'm
picking up
checking
what you're
out. I'm
putting
trying to find out what I find attractive, or who. I should probably say who. That's
This
less
is an
offensive.
experience that he is.
Spencer's learning about himself while the
Let's
program
learn
learns
about me
him.
together.
So we'll find out what your dream
She
girl
had a
is by the
choker
end
on.
of
That's
it.
like an instant high. That's an
No, you're
instant
right
high.
in their faces.
Right,
She's sitting there,
right.
She had a choker on. Lane's like, and I'll get rid of all of my chokers. Burn all of them. Jesus.
I mean, I feel like I'm only shooting out mediums and lows, man. Oh, phase 1 is completed. Analyzing. Wow, you're a fucking creep.
Analyzing.
Iris is beginning to understand you.
You're a bigoted jerk.
In the next phase, you should
Turns out
see
we can't
slightly
help
more
you.
photos you'll find attractive. See if you notice it. I noticed the first one. All right. All right.
Great.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, like just my reaction noises.
just your reaction noise is making great content right
Does
now.
makeup count? Because that's a little too much eyeshadow for me.
No, makeup does not count.
Then what do you?
You judgy bitch.
What about cheekbone? Can I
Yeah,
use
no.
cheekbone?
The face.
That's part of your
A
face.
person's physical attributes.
I
So
mean,
now
if you
it-
put
so
makeup
now-
on your face. It's
So
part of
now
your
phase
face.
2, it's asking you like, why do you like this person? or
No,
why
it's just
do you-
giving me more women.
So the first one, it kind of analyzes your pics and then kind of goes into like a phase 2 mode.
She's fine tuning with every.
All right, this one
phase.
creeps me out because it looks like a
see?
Latvian girl that I went out with. Did I say that right? Shit.
Oh, so she already like picked someone that.
Latvian.
you
not Slav.
already-
I got Slovak and Latvia.
different
God, I
criteria.
suck.
Jesus. Let's offend everybody.
I don't
The
even do it on
episode-
purpose. I'm the one that tries to keep
I know.
things-
That's what makes it pure racism from you.
I hate that I have no argument for that. It turns out I'm learning a lot about me today.
This is happening too quick. For
Not only
Spencer.
did we learn Spencer's interest, we also learned he's a dirty racist.
Dude, now I'm afraid to give anyone a low that if they're like a not white person now.
No, see, this
See,
is
this
why
is the
we're not
problem.
supposed to be
See, this is
looking.
the
We're not
problem.
supposed to look. We ruined
We're
everything.
psychologically
No,
ruined.
it's fine. I will be the racist.
for science.
Spencer's like, don't worry,
For
it's
science.
fine. I am racist.
Joke's on you.
He didn't deny it.
If it's too much gum, can I give that a low?
Yeah, she's got too much Big League Chew.
No, that's
We can't judge it. We get however you rationalize it to yourself. Be your true, authentic self.
that guy
You
sucks.
you objectify women as much as you want.
It's kind of what this is for.
I mean, but honestly though, like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't walk up to a stranger in the mall and be like, "Wow, you have a gummy smile."
Well, right. That's why they say you're supposed to do this
I mean-
alone because
Ooh.
Yes.
it's for you.
But also, I know that you
will
might. I
say-
know that like one of the top complaints you might get about this app is someone's like, "Well, you don't know their personality."
It's alright.
Personality can only get you so far in a
Yeah,
relationship.
so-
You
You already
do
tell you
need
what's
to
gonna
be
happen?
physically attracted to the
Well,
person. as
BuzzFeed's
well.
gonna make an outrage article about your app, and it's gonna be like downloaded it twice as much because it's free advertising. So look forward to that.
Sorry that I find you attractive. You don't find me attractive.
It wasn't sold until the green eyes. Sold. That's a high.
So no, actually, it's not even.
That's a high.
It's not even just that. Like, there's some like dating apps that make you fill out long questionnaires, but articles have shown that they don't really up your chances of actually finding somebody.
We actually did something like that once. We created a fake profile. I think it was on Match or OkCupid. I don't remember. Was it OkCupid? Where a friend of the show, we made a profile of a grandmother that we found on Google, named her Gushing Granny, and we found a friend of ours on OkCupid, answered all 150 of his profile questions that he answered. And we found out during the process, I know him very well. Like, other people were trying to guess stuff, getting it all wrong, and I was like, here, let me try.
That's the same
I
model.
was getting
again.
it right question after
It's not
question
that
after
it was
question.
in
I was getting every single one correct. We ended up getting like a 90% match with him. So then it was like, do you want to send him a message? So we were just like, hey there, young stallion. Would you like to take me for a ride?
All right, so phase 2 is completed. In the next phase, Iris will continue to refine your attraction DNA. I do like all the little minimalist graphics it has in between. Like, it's just kind of
thank
showing,
you.
like...
Oh yeah,
it's
whatever feedback you have on like the actual aesthetics is also very useful.
Oh,
Can it
cool.
let me play Galaga during the loading screen?
No.
Can you play Fortnite?
What's the point?
Question, can Todd Howard
want-
put Skyrim on this app somehow?
Oh. Dude, this app kind of does work. now I'm hitting the highs a little more. I haven't touched a low yet. Except for you. You can be Bosley.
I'm Charlie and you're all my angels. Except for you. You can be Bosley.
I'm just kidding. I respect all women.
So what were we saying before?
Phase 3 is complete.
So a friend of ours, I'm gonna avoid saying his name
Yes, of course.
just for him. But he had a dating profile on OkCupid, and we found out through the process that I know him very well. That if
Oop,
I
Brian,
was
shut up.
Training Iris, did you notice it? How selections you
God, it's like the
interacted
normal
with got
podcast.
better and better with each
Spencer
phase of
interrupted me.
training? Well, that's a result
Get
of
interesting.
Iris understanding your attraction
She
DNA.
asked about
I'm
it,
sure
you
you're
dingus.
very excited to see what your personal AI has found. But first, let's talk about results Iris can show. Attraction, according to people you will most likely
I was
be
really
attracted
hoping
to,
she would just start like
people that
saying
will
what
find
Spencer
you
found attractive
attractive,
right
most
here and
positive
now.
results,
Like personality
mutual
quiz results.
It's also
You like
the
stuck-up
rarest.
bitches.
Finding a mutual connection is
I made
all
him
about
look at my
numbers.
history.
The more people in the dating system, the
Shots
higher
fired
the
to all of
chance
Spencer's
that
exes.
you will
Beep, beep,
find
beep, beep,
them.
beep, beep, beep,
No, I
beep.
said
If
JK.
you're an
It's
early
okay.
adopter in your area, results will
No
probably
hetero.
be a little light, which is okay because it's just a matter of time. Most single adults will be using personal AI for dating. Hit view results below and enjoy Iris.
Please hit view results, and it just says you're gonna die alone.
No, we'll view my results. Wait, what? Iris attraction results. My event host is Avo_Cato. Iris predicts that
Spencer
the odds
likes
of attraction
avocados.
towards you is fairly high. Why is she wearing a helmet?
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
no. So we don't need to show this part. 'cause
Well, no, I'm not
literally
actually visually
this is all
showing.
the our users are like the alpha, the beta people, and our coworkers. So you're just like looking at a family friend right now.
So you basically
How awkward would it be?
have
She's
to
like, "Oh, we'll
started-
put this away later." You scroll down, she shows up on there, and she's like, "Ugh."
I'm
that's
not
really-
gonna lie. There was a part where I was just like, "Oh, this didn't work."
No, because they're looking at. So this is the coworkers attracted
That was
to
really
me
offensive,
because it's
wasn't
my photo.
Oh,
So you
Anyway.
didn't want to use
Oh.
my photo because I'm not attractive. Is that what it is?
No, that's-
so no, that's actually, you know what?
Basically.
Reverse. This is a long con from her to find out which one of her coworkers are into her.
Oh, the plot
But we're gonna
thickens.
have real people soon.
Yeah.
It's coming soon.
Plot thickens with many C's.
So yeah, but hopefully we get people excited. Get
No, that's
people-
that was very cool. It's very interesting. I like the woman in between that's giving me instructions. She did everything perfectly, but I was just waiting for her to give like after her like beautiful smile, just to give me like a look like, and then it just cuts away.
You're gonna die alone.
Right? That or just like one of those dystopian video games where it's just like,
That'd be
I don't know.
Is it
Great
'cause you
April
feel
Fool's Day.
Vulnerable using the app or
I don't. I think it's mostly my own
Where's-
conspiracies.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
yeah, I guess we're at the feedback part then.
You know, the whole thing she wanted.
Indeed. Well, I was just talking about my experience first, and then I was going to
Nobody cares. Give her the feedback.
Well, alrighty then. Well, no, my overall.
I'm fucking with him. It's fine.
I found shut up, Brian. I found that like I would find an app like this a lot more comforting to use than something like Tinder, where just like here, upload a picture of your face, your dick, and your car, and see what you get. So I give it there. The girl in between was also it was a good way to like instead of having me sit there and read because I'm not going to. It was a good way to actually force me to pay attention. Having unskippable cutscenes in your app.
You
actually,
phrased it
quick-
the worst way possible.
quick side question. This is legitimate. So if someone signs up as a woman, do you get a man in between, or is it
Oh,
just
no,
the same
it's
girl?
Same person?
Same person. Okay. I wasn't sure if like for the men it's like it's a woman showing you it, so you could be like,
Because
wow, a
Iris is
woman
kind of
showing
like
me
a
it.
girl's name.
Okay, that's fair. I wasn't sure if like because then it'd be like, all right, for if you're a woman going on, it's like, oh, here's a man showing you.
Very
the
true.
other
So
man.
we'll
It
call
seems
her
like-
Iris then. Iris is very, very nice and comforting. I don't know, just there's a part.
It's also a great song by the Goo Goo Dolls.
I bet you that's where they got the name. Elena's dad was relaxing, listening to the Google Docs. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to start the most advanced dating app ever made.
He's like,
I'm
but
trying-
what am I gonna call this app?
I'm trying to picture it, and I just can't.
Made understand.
Yeah,
Well,
so we came
when
up with the name
everything
Iris in collaboration with our marketing team, and it was just a combination of like that our base is visual AI, and it's like Iris is the part of the eye,
Okay.
and also Iris is just this very pretty name, and
Oh,
it's got
Retina
like
didn't work out well for
ancient
you guys.
Greek origins, so it's kind of this like timeless, this is how attraction has always worked.
Mhm.
So it's got that like timeless aspect to it, but also this technology aspect. But we wanted to marry the two concepts together,
No,
and
I
marry
think,
people together.
hopefully.
Iris.
No, I like Iris is a very soft-spoken sort of name where it's just like, it would be a pleasure to meet you. Where Tinder is just like, hey, girl, you want some fuck?
Right.
So,
Well, that's why we.
Well,
didn't
you don't
name
want a
it,
lady named
Cornea.
like Gertrude coming in and being like, all right,
did I
here's
ever
your
tell you my
match,
story
bitch."
about Gertrude?
No, I don't care.
You don't want to hear about how I accidentally took a drug addict to her dealer?
After she
Okay.
finishes about her app,
All right, that's
I want
cool,
her to.
that's fine.
She's got the ball rolling.
That's fair. That's fair. We don't need to talk about Spencer's blunders trying to be a nice person.
Feedback
I did.
rolling.
Yeah,
I, know, I
we
did
gotta
have
get
the
the
feedback rolling, and then some douchebag stopped me. No,
Yeah,
I think for me in general, it's nothing to do with Iris as an app. There is a part of it like I'm not the kind of person that thinks I can avoid the fact that everybody knows everything about me because I have a smartphone. I mean, after this conversation, I guarantee I'll get Facebook advertisements for dating apps, and the Wish app is gonna just have me look at another weird sex toy that they mask in something like super fun night tool or something.
it's a two-way dildo.
I mean, dude, one of them was just like it looked like an oversized washer. It was a ball clamp. It was a fucking ball
I
clamp.
mean, on that note, I can tell you we don't sell your information to third parties, or we don't share them to third parties at all. I did actually write the privacy policy, and we're very like European GDPR centric. And I don't know if you know about-
JDP. I mean, I know what JDPR is, but for Brian, do you want to explain that?
So Europe right now has one of the most like progressive, most protective of users' privacy laws. So it's very much. It's not like
What do you mean? We have the Patriot Act. We're saved.
So we're like in the U.S. like the default is like opt out, where things are like checked marked for you. Like in the European GDPR system, it's very much an opt in. Like you have to physically give your consent to receive like marketing emails, and for like any kind of other notifications. So it's very much like the users in control, and that's what we based our privacy policy on. I spent
Interesting.
months writing it.
I can imagine, because that's definitely a big one that you gotta. I'm sure it's like if you printed it, it's a packet like thick as a textbook, just to make sure.
So when you download the app, guys, be sure to read it, or else she'll be very upset.
But right,
It's
like
really
have you?
boring. You don't have to read it. but,
Read it.
like, no, wait. No,
It's part of the
sorry.
user end agreement.
Read all your agreements. They are legally binding. Don't just
You know what?
Just
You actually know what? You should say that because then you can go back into it, change out the privacy policy that'd be like, you give me full permission to everything about you. And they're like, well, she told me it's boring and not to read. And you're like, now the information's
no,
mine.
sorry,
And
my
then we'll
bad,
sell
no.
it to the
Actually,
Russians.
Read absolutely everything.
Read it all, even
The
though
end user agreement, the terms of use, the privacy policy.
she was like, "Could you spell check all of these?" And I was like, I can't do it.
Didn't you do it on a computer, though?
"What?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you
you
just
still check
gotta,
for
You
grammar.
gotta check for grammar and all that.
It does
so she
both of
always
those.
likes to, like, I always like to read it over just to get a second set of
So-
eyes.
Alright.
You know,
after
like when you write for a really long time and you put like two thes together. Like I just get really paranoid.
That's just how I
about that.
talk.
Yeah. It makes way
No, that's
more
fair.
sense now.
That's fair.
I mean, it's almost been like an hour or so.
So I was going through it and I'm trying so hard and I'm like, I just can't, and I'm not gonna use the app, so I don't have to.
Can you do this? No. Fuck you.
Yeah. So yeah, when you first said go read it or I'll be mad, it's like no, don't read it because like
Don't
the
read it 'cause
writing
you
is
have
brilliant
to.
or something. It is a legal document.
It's right next to
I'm
J.K.
gonna
Rowling.
download the app just to read the privacy policy and then delete it.
And
Okay, give me your feedback about that.
In fact,
then.
you
Did
know what? You know what?
understand it?
When the app comes out, we'll spend a whole podcast reading the privacy policy to you, to all of you.
That'll be like
We'll
3
all
episodes
download
long.
it. We'll actually no. Here's what we'll do. We'll do a podcast where we'll download it. We'll go through all of our matches and we'll come on and we could share our matches and what we learned about ourselves.
share,
I mean, if you
I
guys-
got it. We could just-
Afterwards, not
we could-
during it.
You could
Oh,
just
okay.
scroll it like Star Wars style.
I mean, if you want me to come on at some other point and just talk about privacy law, if that's like a hot topic, like California just came out with some new law.
Privacy and
Basically,
you.
Spencer's-
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Oh,
to
baby.
welcome to today's roundtable discussion.
Oh,
On
see,
today's topic,
I feel like
privacy
having a
laws.
lawyer get drunk and talk about legal stuff should be a
Drunk
really dangerous
law.
thing. I love the idea. I
Yeah,
love
no.
the idea. However, for the sake of her
No, I
career,
have an ethical duty of competency.
Yeah, do you know how many times
Ooh,
I
I
go
already
to
can't be a
her
lawyer.
and I'm like, "Hey, could I do this?" And she's like, "Absolutely not." And I'm like, "You are no fun."
she's like, you know what else isn't fun? Jail.
Yeah. Like
Like,
I'll
he-
say
he
something in
met me
another room.
knowing I was on my way to law school. We met before law school.
Yeah.
He knew
Mhm.
what he was getting into.
I was in one of the other rooms in the house just talking about something, and I just hear as she walks by, "I don't hear this, la la la."
I was just imagining you talk about something illegal. She just comes by. She's like, "This is illegal, you know."
that or Iris pops
No,
up on
I
your
have
computer
done
screen.
that.
You
He
can't
has.
do that.
She totally
I have
has.
done it. Will be like similar to kind of this situation where just like standing around, group of friends in a circle, and someone starts saying something. Maybe it's related to like drugs or pirating things, and I just have to like interject. I'm like, as
love
an
drugs and
attorney,
pirates.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have said what I was talking about earlier with the pirate hat.
It's fine.
You're sitting right there.
I deal with it. I'm like,
I
I
heard
have a
nothing.
server in the Netherlands that I use for FTP hosting, and she's like, "I don't know that. I didn't hear that. I'm not here. La la la."
Why are you saying this live?
Because it's not illegal to be there. It's the content that you put on it, and I'm not sharing that information.
That's great.
My lawyer, he just look over. My
My
lawyer
lawyers.
tells me to say no.
Like I know most of the things he says is like bullshit because he just wants to give me a heart attack, but like it's not that funny.
Nice out.
It's not that funny.
It's like, yeah, bullshit. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'll run into the house and I'll be like, "I shot a firework down the street. I think someone's house is on fire."
Heart attack.
Anyway, Spencer, I'm glad you like the app.
I did. I thought that was
Stop Joe before he gets me in real trouble.
no relation.
That's how I feel every week.
I feel like everyone needs an Elena in their life to be like, no, dude. Like, not like a mom where it's like, stop it, Spencer. Like, one where it's like, you might want to check the consequences.
Yeah, I don't like it sometimes.
Like,
Just you
literally, I
just sit
can
like really
pull them
dumb.
up.
She just comes over behind your arms folded, just nuh-uh.
I just kind of...
Exactly. I have no time to just like not.
Sort of related.
So Joe will be like doing something in one room and like he'll be like, okay, she can't hear me here. And all of a sudden it's like, you can't do that. Oh, come on.
He's like whispering on the computer.
Sort of related to this, but like also jumping to a completely different topic. I think that's why playing a paladin in D&D is the most authentic I've ever felt.
I like this transition.
It's very
I like
true.
This transition.
It's very true. She was
you
a
have
paladin
a
in
code
one shot.
and you follow it,
She was
and you get to smite things.
what was great?
Yeah,
was
it sounds
that
like a lawyer.
she was a paladin in our one shot.
No, and it was the funniest thing because literally I leaned over to you at one point. I'm like, I don't think I'm having that much fun. And then I rolled a nat 20 and I divine smited, and I'm just like, I want to do this again.
But the best part is she gets a divine smite, and what'd you do, like 40 damage to this
Yeah, I
thing?
got
And
carried
Joe's
away.
like, it had 3 health.
I had a choice between 2 enemies, and I went for the one nearly
So
dead.
it was like Manhattan Little Boy tier, just vaporization.
Yes.
Yeah, she basically dropped Fat Man and Little Boy onto like, you know, one of those like
goblin.
testing houses in like a nuke town that had a little one mannequin sitting inside of it, and she took like 7 bombs and dropped every single bomb that has ever been dropped in human history on this one little house. And she's like, "Yeah, think about next time you want to fuck with me."
You just look into this crater just to see the other side of the Earth through it.
I told her the day it happened, I'm like, you basically just ran over a toddler with 3 different cars and then blew them up.
Oh
And
God!
it felt really good.
See,
so
there
Elena,
she
as your
is.
pretend lawyer, you might want to watch how you word things.
She's
Playing
smiting
a
this thing.
paladin is
She's
really
smiting
fun.
this thing in front of her, and I'm like playing a bird thing off to the side. I'm just like, I'm gonna stay away from her. But you were playing a dude, and Tom was your grandfather.
Yeah.
You were
No,
looking
I
for
literally,
your
I'm like,
necklace.
I told Joe, who was the DM for this one shot, I was like, I want to play a paladin, but he comes off as like a surfer, with like a dopey but athletic personality, and it was so much fun.
She was supposed to be an
So
NPC
it's me?
She was
Minus
supposed
the
to be an
Catholicism.
NPC at first. So she was like, "Oh, I have this idea." And I'm like, "Perfect. I'm going to make the character. It's really stupid."
And then that's when we came to the conclusion that every paladin we get in our games end up just being a big idiot.
Yeah.
just like every
Paladin
rogue in
checks
our
out.
game.
They're just jocks at the end of the day.
That's what she said. She goes, paladins are just jocks at the end of the day.
I thought paladins were nice guys, though.
The one paladin that I ended
like
up
jockey
no,
nice
you
guys.
could there is a paladin version that's like a lawbreaker or an oathbreaker, which
Oh,
is
really?
a evil
Yeah,
paladin
but it's
or
also
one that
like
has
the fact that they're charisma based. They're not like
Yeah.
wisdom based.
That's
so like
the whole
they really
thing.
just
True. Very true.
So I had
the
one
jocks.
paladin that I played, and he played a failed, like he could not get into cleric school. Like he just couldn't hack it. So he did paladin, but he kept trying to like heal stuff, but like not as good. And then like
That's
a
also
dumb
And then
truck.
Wilp.
I'm noticing we always have a trend in our games also. It's just all our rogues die.
yes.
Yeah.
Wait, who was the rogue in the one shot? It was Phil, and he nearly died.
He
Yeah,
really
I
did.
was Phil. Phil almost died twice. And then in our main game, my character died, and then Tom's character died. So
Can't
bat-
keep rogues alive.
batting 1,000 for rogues.
It's just that they run off and they do their own stuff, and it's
That's exactly what I
dangerous.
did.
Which
is-
is like in character, but it's terrible
Stupid.
strategically.
It was so great because I remember for ours it was just like, oh, there's thieves' cant. I'm gonna raid that. Oh, I think they're right over there. And then Joe's like, do you want me to come with you? I was like, I can do it. He goes, I can teleport you. I was like, I can get out. I'm fine. I go in there. There's the big scary guy. He's like, you want in? I'm like, I sure do. Go inside. There's 15 of them. He locks the door and I go, well, I'm dead. Either they're killing me or I'm killing myself.
They killed him.
They killed me. I rolled 2 1s.
You were very dead.
I rolled 2 1s.
Super
I rolled 2 1s on lying.
Can't hold
Rolled
this
an
much dead.
18 on the wisdom save, and then rolled a 3 on lying.
There were like 48 people in the building.
Yeah, no, they threw me on the ground and blasted me with 3 different elements to the face. I got a big old case of dead. With a side of dead.
It's really
Did
contagious.
your head blow up? Because that would like
Oh yeah.
because that would be like okay. So that ties poetically to how your barbarian character now just keeps caving people's heads in.
Yeah, I'm 2 for 2 on caving in heads recently. I just realized that now as well. But I didn't mean to do that to the lady.
You got something you need to talk about there, bud? You got something you want to like?
See the Morgan
happened?
Morgan was a mistake. I didn't mean to kill her. It just kind of
She
happened.
just turned into a zombie. and
I
she was trying to
stabbed her
eat your
chest and she
face.
kind of disintegrated. That's not my fault.
But
The
you didn't
other
help?
The green and gold cloak That was
Intentional.
yes, but also our paladin's fault.
Yeah.
Because we were
Paladins are
because
dumb. I
he
love
was
them,
like,
but they're
"Hey, I have a hostage with a knife up to her throat," and then he was like, "I know, let's aggravate him." And I'm like, "No, that's the last thing you want to do." So he goes, "Oh, you're gonna cast a spell on me?" Kills her and teleports away. And I'm like, "All right, I had a plot point, but I guess I'm wasting it because I promised this woman wouldn't die." So I used it to save this woman because I
such a
told her she
hero.
wouldn't die. Thank you. I ended up, and it was a 2-for-1 thing because I saved her and I got rid of my
My
halberd.
character's so negative at this point. He would have been like, "Told you she was gonna die."
I was thinking, as soon as she died, were you there when that happened? No, you weren't, because
I would have been like,
I know as soon as
"See?
she died, you were just gonna be like, "I told you," and I'm like, "Fuck
Now
you."
I could punch him in the face and not feel remorse at all.
But I was just like, rewind time, throw halberd, push him to the ground, cave in his face.
Yeah.
I literally punched him to where there was no face left.
Yeah, it was a brutal description.
It was cool.
I'm glad you
We
feel
turned
that
out
way.
he was like a fox man.
Yeah. Some kind
Now he's a dead
So
man.
what did the fox say?
Nothing. He said,
Yeah, just like
"Go
that.
to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep." Well, he's not going to sleep. There's no face anymore.
He ain't waking up.
It was a face-off.
Yep. Podcast over. Well, what we learned today? Brian
No,
sucks.
we gotta-
Iris is great. All right, we're good.
We're not even at an hour yet.
I'm not actually ending the podcast.
Okay, I thought you
I
were
wouldn't
trying to
actually
act
start
like
ending
we're-
it like I'm hitting the dusty trail. That Williams.
You've done it before.
Have we really?
Yes.
That's so lame. Oh God.
Well, at least
So
you know.
Brian, if you could make a dating app, what would you put on it? Forget Iris. I don't want
Yeah,
Iris.
Different.
I
build
want
one
Brian.
from scratch right now.
Build one from scratch.
It's making you think there's other people, but it's just different pictures of me.
Ooh.
Ooh, is it like one of those like
I was expecting a
the
stupid
face
answer, but I love
blends
that.
into another face, and it starts with like you think you're reading people, and then just slowly morphs into your face.
Oh,
It's
it's
like-
like Animorphs, but like dating app.
And they all turn into Brian.
And like
So it's
they're,
a hard.
they're all they were just me, so it's like me really happy, me really sad, me really angry.
But is
Oh.
it with you like with wigs and cosplays or different outfits on? So like,
oh yeah,
right?
no, like
so there'd be one business Brian, one like blue collar, fucking construction Brian, secretary Brian.
sporty me where I have like sunglasses on and I have like a skateboard and I'm like, yo, let's go over there, bro. And then there's like sophisticated me where I have like fake glasses, a longer beard, and I'm sitting in a library reading a book.
I want like
Okay,
thespian
hold on,
Brian
hold on.
holding a skull and like looking all theatrical.
Hold on, you cover your ears.
Oh boy, Elsa is being asked to cover
You
her
should
ears.
totally make her like a calendar of you in all these situations.
Oh,
for, like, a
that's so
Valentine's Day
good, and
gift.
she didn't cover her ears, but that's still so good.
See, we had an idea like that.
Could we
for
do a
this,
naked
for
Shibby
this,
calendar?
For this podcast, we wanted to do a Shibby
I'd
Shack
do it.
calendar
Okay.
where we were
Can't make
going to
money
do
anyway, so I'll
just
sell my
like
body.
we were thinking maybe black and white. We weren't sure if we were gonna do black and white, but it was a calendar of like
Why don't you
all of
just do
us
an-
here,
why don't
where
you
it's
just
like
do
all
a-
of us in seductive poses, and then December would be all of us together.
Why don't you just do an advent calendar? That way you can take more photos.
Here you go, kid. Let's see what's in December 1st. Oh boy, it's Spencer. What's peeking out through his underwear? Oh,
December 31st. Totally dick.
What would a Shibby Shack advent calendar have as prizes? I
middle finger.
almost beer.
Beer.
Yeah, but except you would open the cardboard thing and the beer would just pour out of it.
This is funny because you're asking what would be in the calendar, but what you're really trying to do in this moment is like, what is our brand?
Okay, I thought you were like a lawyer, not a psychologist. Okay, you tone it down with the knowing me thing. T800 already knows that, or whatever. Iris knows everything about me. I don't need two people. What is our brand, dude? Honestly, that's the hardest question I get. Oh, what's your podcast about?
Chill. We're chill, man.
We're just the Shibby Shack. We're shooting.
You know,
the shibby.
actually, no. The best description I ever heard of our podcast was from the guys from Full Slice, where he said that we sound like a bunch of kids hanging out in the basement trying to talk about stuff, making sure mom doesn't hear.
No, that does check out.
I'm like, you know what? That's not entirely wrong.
Is that a way to sell it though? Like, if you heard that, would that sell it for you?
No, we just tell people we're a super chill podcast and we talk about whatever the fuck we
Yeah,
want
but that's
to.
like selling saltine crackers. Like, that's like, yeah, we're just the generic everything. And I know we are, but what can we say to make us sound flavorful?
Video games, cars, and what Bob likes. That was the original thing.
Who's Bob? I guess you have to listen to find out. Whoa!
I mean,
Sold.
if they've been listening, they know that he's the guy that is usually here, but
Right,
he
right,
comes
right,
back
right.
next week, guys.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does.
We
We're
should
super
throw a Bob
happy.
returns party. I'm getting the party poppers.
We should all wear party
Bob.
hats.
Clean
And
that
then
up when you get
I'm
here.
about to say, and I'm gonna leave before domestically, and I'll be like, "Okay, guys, see you next week."
Oh, so every week?
Yeah. He's only. He's kind of like half lying. Not really though. He's kind of full.
No, he cleans up sometimes.
Truthin'.
He cleans up sometimes. You're a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
I'm a brave boy.
I'm not
Brave
brave
enough
enough
for
for
this.
this. What was that? This potato, tomato, same thing. Shibby Shack calendar. So we have beer that pours out when you open it. Like we day one. Old pizza bagels.
We had fresh pizza bagels tonight. They were
We did, but yours
delicious.
are gonna be stale. Just pretend they're toasted.
That's
I
like
want-
the
I want-
last
I-
day of the calendar.
I want one of them just
really
to be
get
a.
the
I want,
full, month of stale crisp.
I want all of them to be shit, but then like one day there's just a really nice photo of Satch. Just like
Really,
a nice photo
Satchel?
of Satchel, just a really nice photo of him. Be like,
he was our
hey,
first-
we've given you shit. Here's a nice photo of a
Was he
lovely
our
man.
first guest?
No, I think our first guest was
He was our first
Kyle.
like outside of friend group guest.
Yes, he was, and he was super awesome.
You guys don't count. No, I was kidding. You
Outside
lovely
of friends, they're friends.
I know, but like that, I
That
just
depends on who you ask.
We're friends.
hurtful
aren't
but
we?
fair.
Spencer, do you want to hear something funny?
I would love to hear something.
Your
funny.
life.
You're technically Joe and mine's Iris because you introduced us.
Wait,
yeah,
Jill.
yeah, yeah.
Jill? Is that the girl with the helmet?
No, Joe.
Joe.
Jill.
For a
I
second,
thought
when
she
he
said
said
Jill.
Joe, and I'm like,
I thought you
Are
said
ya-
Jill.
are you?
No.
Are you?
Just try to have
No.
a sentimental
He
moment.
I'm-
went.
I'm-
really nice moment. And Spencer's just like, huh?
Good job spencing it up.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. This is how good I am at. This is how
I
good I am at
introduced
Tinder.
you and Joe now. It was a lovely moment. How did I do it again?
Right.
Was it at karaoke?
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, nah, nah.
Yeah,
I miss
remembering.
karaoke. Karaoke was fun.
Karaoke was fun.
I went a
You
few
know-
times.
At
Yeah.
some point
It'd
in
be really
time,
funny though if it's like you try to jump in my brain and reprogram the memories and just paste your face over where Spencer was.
this is how it works.
I did it at karaoke. You guys
will-
sang Your Love by the Outfield
No, no,
together,
I
and that was what you did.
She would die actually before she held a microphone to sing.
I can
It'd be
podcast.
like-
I can't sing.
They'd be like,
Sing
"Here."
something right now. We have a microphone in your hand. Come
She'll
on.
die.
Come
She'll
on.
pass out.
Come on.
die.
You can do it. It's the first time on Shibby.
No.
Let's go.
You're making me feel worse.
Hi, we're gonna do karaoke.
Sing a cake song. They just sing talk the entire thing anyway. It works.
I want to love you madly. I want to love you now.
I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket.
Penis. Yeah, me too.
That's a man.
Actually, you know what? That's a terrible way to transition into this question, but we're already here. I did notice, like, in the beginning, you had the choice between male and female. Do you plan on putting, like, a non-binary? Will you shut the fuck up? I actually had a serious question.
Maybe I was too. You don't know.
Judging by you giggling like a schoolgirl, no, I'm going to say that you aren't. Anywho. Shut up. Do you plan on putting, like, a non-binary option or,
Yes,
like, a
definitely.
genderless?
Yeah, so right now the app's in beta, so it's like in like a more basic testing scene, but we're trying to cater to like all kinds of users we might
Right. I mean, as Iris said, it doesn't judge off of gender or race or anything. I was just curious. Okay, very
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
All inclusive. Everybody can cop on Iris, meet people that they're attracted to, wonder how the hell Iris
Soon.
figured it out. Well, yeah, I'm not saying right now.
Science.
Very soon. Science. Mad
Science
science.
and technology. This is
Rad
the future.
science.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's the
Now you
kind
can
of
tell all
music
the
we have.
kids science will get you laid.
Iris, science will get you laid.
Missed opportunity on that slogan.
I mean, it's still in beta. I'm just saying.
You know what? Take out the girl, put me in, and be like, Iris, reason science to get you laid. You're welcome. Everyone
Brian, I think you're
deletes the
banned from
app.
Iris.
I was like, and everyone deleted the
I
app.
mean, I
that
guess you're
day.
kind of married, so I guess it doesn't matter if you're banned from Iris. But you're not gonna have fun
Oh,
playing all the
no.
Iris reindeer games.
I got banned from Iris. I wonder what I'll do.
We're gonna do an Iris beach party. You're
Be
not invited.
sad forever.
It's gonna be all the pretty people that I chose in my profile.
Eventually, when my wife leaves me, then I won't have Iris to go on.
Your confidence is wonderful.
It's what keeps me going.
Look at her expression.
What keeps me going?
You see how she didn't even lift her head up?
Didn't
That's how I
even.
know it's coming.
Oh, no.
Love you, babe.
I wasn't paying attention.
Thank God. I'm
Good
safe
thing
for
that there's
another
no
day.
recordings found
Huzzah.
anywhere on Spotify, Player FM, and other places that you listen to podcasts.
Tomorrow I'll know what he said. I'll kick his ass.
There you go.
I said that eventually when you leave me.
I would add more context to that, just not end it there.
Oh, because
judge you by the-
I was going to be banned from Iris, and I said, oh, no, what will I ever do? And I was like, wait a minute, when my wife eventually leaves me, then I won't have Iris to use.
Don't just talk to your wife. Be like, I'm just talking about when you leave me. It's cool though. It's whatever. Don't worry about it. It's not. It doesn't have to happen now. It just might happen later.
I'm going to be the one leaving him, so it's fine.
Yeah. See, if I was like, when I leave you, then that'd be an issue.
Right.
Yay, love and marriage, love and marriage.
I've told her numerous times, I'm like,
Leaving
listen, if this
each
doesn't
other
work
is
out,
fine.
I'm just
Now
going to be
an
alone for the
Iris.
rest of my life. I ain't doing this again.
Not with Iris.
Well,
Oh man,
my whole
I
life
want-
philosophy has been thrown out the window.
See, that's when the Iris T800s come out of nowhere and be like, not with Iris.
That's when I get the Facebook ads.
There's always hope with Iris.
You're gonna go to the ShopRite section. You're gonna open up a thing of ice cream, and it's just gonna be like Iris.
You know what? It'd be a great way to advertise is that the paper
It's the
the
lids.
paper above the ice cream when they take the lid off, you just put down the Iris login codes there,
'cause people
and they're
buy
like,
ice cream when
"Hey,
they-
you
Yeah,
could
when
eat
they're
sad.
sad.
you could eat this entire thing at Ben and Jerry's, or you could download Iris."
Or
And then eat.
you know what you do? You put a little
What
put
was
a
I
little
trying to do
foil.
getting on podcasts? I have to call Ben and Jerry's.
You just put a little foil piece onto the lid with the Iris thing and a QR code, and then it's just like, don't be sad and eat this whole, ice cream. Take a photo. Look at that pretty face and sign up for Iris.
I kind of want to. I'll probably get banned, but it's fine. I kind of want to try and trick Iris. Like, I'll get a tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream and Mr. Potato Head facial features and put it on the Ben & Jerry's ice cream to see if I could, like, make my profile picture that. And then
I
it'll
don't
use the
think
facial
so.
barrier.
It
Nope.
rejects pictures if the angle's too sharp. Like, it can tell human faces pretty well.
It'll have a nose,
it's
eyes,
pretty,
and lips, and ears. It's Mr. Potato Head, except Ben & Jerry's instead of the
If
potato.
you could stop motion to make it blink,
Or smile.
then I think you're getting somewhere.
Or I could just put
if
lids
you put
on
in
it.
that much effort, I'll
Oh,
just be on
no.
the other side with a development team, and I'm just like, just let him in.
Just
I
put-
know who this is.
just
No.
Just put
I'll
your
get,
LCD screen with eyes on.
instead of having the really cute potato head eyes, I'll get, like, those dolls that blink when they get put back. I'll just use those eyes in my Mr. Potato Head ice cream.
That was like when a friend of mine was doing.
wonderful.
I saw online that somebody pretended to be like a taco on Tinder, and they would just match
Right.
with whoever and just like be a taco. So I was like, oh, it was just right when the quesarito came out, and I was like, I wonder if I could be a quesarito on it. And then no, they were the super just like, you have to link on Facebook and everything. I'm like, I don't want to fucking
So
do
change
this.
your Facebook to Quesarito.
I tried to make a fake Facebook account called but I needed a last name, so my name was Quesarito Yum. I tried to make a Facebook account like that, and they were like, "No, I was like, fuck you."
For a while there, I had one for the Stephen Colbert joke as a fake Facebook, but they caught that one. I had Munch and Makuchi.
I had
It's also not a name in the slightest.
No, it was Munch Makuchi. That was
Whose
the
name is Munch?
mine.
Of course, I know
they
him.
caught on.
He
it
is
took,
me.
It took a year and a half, but they finally deleted
This
it.
is before I knew him.
Was it dumb? It was before.
I do have a legal question about Facebook. Are you legally obligated to use your real name on Facebook?
I'd have to read the terms, I think.
Oh, you could
I
do that.
think
It's like 30
probably.
pages. I ain't doing that. Yeah, because they got me too. Because
You
originally,
can read it, nerd.
originally my name was
I can pull it up
Spe,
right now.
middle initial N, and then last name Sir.
Yes, I remember.
And then somebody called me out, so I changed it to SPENNCER because it wouldn't accept SPEN. Add another N, yeah, you're good. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, hey, so it's not like we don't believe that your name isn't real, but could you just send us your driver's license to make sure it is? And I'm like, oh my god. and like a fucking dominated sub, I'm crying, taking my license out of my wallet as I take a picture to send it to Mark Zuckerberg because I didn't want to lose my
He's like,
Facebook.
I
this
think
is
that
what
was-
people look like.
I think that was
Blink,
just a
blink.
long con to get your information.
I mean, what is Mark Zuckerberg going to do with my info? Actually, that's
He's a lizard person.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
dangerous question.
he was the original
Yeah,
Iris. He's
in the
learning
terms
how
of use,
humans
you make
work.
a commitment to use the same name you use in everyday life.
Really?
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know if you
And
caught
provide
that. But,
accurate information about yourself. It's pretty standard. I just want to check the language for
I
sure.
just put it out there. If Mark Zuckerberg is listening, first off, hi. Second off, I am
So sure he's
indeed
listening.
born in Climax, Michigan, and now reside in Intercourse, Pennsylvania, because I'm legally obligated to tell the truth. So that is what my Facebook says, and that is what I'm going by.
Of course.
Sponsor,
Uh,
yes.
when I was in high school,
I would be terrified.
applying to
I mean-
colleges.
Of that sponsor?
We would already. I'm sure we would somehow make six figures because it's Facebook. But just like, what the hell would we have to do to sponsor Mark Zuckerberg? Imagine not being able to make fun of Facebook or Mark Zuckerberg.
It's impossible.
Oh, that'd be the worst day ever.
And then you also
Making fun of Facebook is
can
like the
Also,
whole
it's not
reason why I
guaranteed
have
you make
Facebook.
six
Instagram.
figures. Sometimes they pay you like per view. So
right,
Oh,
you
well, in
lose,
that case, we'll make $5.
you lose Instagram because that's Facebook as well.
Yeah, we will lose
And then
Instagram.
what's
That's
the
what we
other
use the
one?
most.
There's another
Friends
one.
there.
They have WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. That's Facebook.
I've
now.
never used WhatsApp once,
It was great
and then
because
Facebook got it.
yeah, and then Facebook got it. And I was like, well, there goes the security out of the window. That's
There
the
goes
whole
the
point of
neighborhood.
getting it.
great if you know people like overseas because it's like
Yeah, it's one like Viber. Viber was one.
Yeah,
I
it was
used,
it
that's
was
what
a
I used.
better version of Viber,
Mhm.
and it was end to end security. So you never have to worry about it getting like picked up on the. And then they were like, we bought Facebook bought it, and I'm like, well, delete.
Fuck.
Well,
But when I was in high school applying to colleges, that's when everyone started to do like the first name, middle name, so that they couldn't find them using their last name. But let me tell you, big brain Brian over here was like, "Don't worry, I have the foolproof plan." Was to just add "not" in my first name.
Do you want to hear something?
So I was
really,
not Brian
really,
Kelly.
really funny? When I was, what was it? It was like second grade or third grade. But like the internet was out already, and there was this website called poetry.com, and you submit like a poem on there, and they provide you with like a physical book, and your poem is like one of the ones in there.
Mhm.
And as a genius, like
Oh.
7 or 8-year-old, I don't have a middle name, so I put Elena Nunn Holitown, and that's how it was published in the book. And my parents
I
still
remember
have
that.
it.
Wasn't that because you can like I forgot. I vaguely remember something like that though. It was like you could submit little things. It was supposed to be really sentimental and really like deep, or some of them would be like, "Ha ha, you're great." Other ones were like, I really hurt inside because of X, Y, Z and stuff. And it
Are
was
you
really
thinking about a yearbook?
no, not quite a yearbook. What the fuck
Everyone's
did people sign in your yearbook?
Everyone's yearbook is just Hags. Let's keep in touch. Spencer, I'm actually hurting inside. Can you give me a call? Can you give me a call this summer? I'm like, I've been going through some tough times. Here's my number. I mean, it's really been a rough semester, man.
I don't remember how I came across the website. I just remember that my parents.
I also just
No,
like
my dad was too busy.
Climbing Mount Everest to talk
whatever
to
he was. But like my mom
Well,
didn't
yeah,
know
that's what
what
we did
this
on the
was,
weekends.
and she's like, "You won an award? That's so amazing." I knew we had like writing genes in the family or something like
Your
that.
dad comes home. He's like, "Oh, did you climb a mountain?" No, okay.
No, I got
Is-
published in a book and I wrote the wrong name.
Oh, book.
oh,
huh?
but it's not a no. It's not a what did books win again?
not a dating
Nobel
app,
Peace
but-
Prize. What's the other
Yeah,
one?
it's not.
Penguin Publishing.
Yep, that's the award.
That's the award.
Club Penguin Publishing.
Club Penguin Award.
You get the black and
No,
white
the
award.
Pulitzer. No.
I don't know.
There are a lot of like awards.
What do books win? I'm gonna Google that right now. Let's see what the
Boomers
results
are gonna love this
Oh, yeah,
episode.
it's
What?
great.
There is like the Nobel Prize
What
for
books
literature.
How do I charge?
What
my
do
book?
book do?
Did I get nominated for a Kindle?
It actually works.
I'm double tapping the book, but it's not getting bigger.
Yeah, so
What
there's the
do?
Pulitzer
How do
Prize.
these damn
There's, like, the
pages
Nobel
pinch to
Prize
zoom?
for
I was
literature.
thinking of the Newbery Metal.
Were you? Or
Yes.
Was that just the first thing that came up
No,
on Google?
I was
That's
genuinely no, because I had the picture.
Oh, they
Excuse
win!
me,
They win the Webster
sassy.
Award.
no, I was.
Ah, yes, the good
Yeah,
old
no,
Merriam
'cause-
Award.
I'll hit you with facts and logic.
I'll hit you with an encyclopedia.
No, I genuinely, because I remembered it as a kid, like in all the school fairs, the book fairs.
Oh, the Scholastic Award, true.
No, fuck off.
I
It's called the
always-
Newbery Medal.
Okay.
Shut up. The most distinguished contribution in American literature for children. Fuck you, Joe.
Do you remember those Scholastic book fairs? I always used to get like the posters and the CD-ROM games that were like 4-year-old games that were. That's the only thing I ever got in there. I never actually got the books.
That's what I always wanted. The only book I ever bought was like a Bart Simpson book.
I don't think I've ever heard you say so many B's in a sentence. Nice alliterations, bro.
Thanks.
Book, I bought a Bart Simpson, bro.
Jokes now?
Yeah, I got big brain jokes.
all
He's
three
like,
of
listen,
them.
I read Webster once before. I got big brain.
I got some Google results. I know everything.
I got my Newbery medals.
He was Googling. He's like, how do I sound smart?
Look,
Alliteration.
finally, an article for me.
Okay.
How to win book awards and write an award-winning
What is
book.
this, a WikiHow?
Yeah.
No, it's by Lisa Teener. Shout out to.
How to win book awards.
How to win?
How to win a book.
That's a very just open.
How to
Someone's
find out
personal
about
blog.
book awards. Lisa, how do you find out about the award contest?
We Google it.
My publisher.
Send me your book and I'll put a sticker on it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb
For
and no one-
$25?
I'm gonna say that no one.
Give me $50 and I'll put a "You Tried" sticker on it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that no one ever asked Lisa any of these things, but Lisa is just writing this in third person
Yeah,
to
I
make
think-
herself feel good.
I think so too. Have you noticed?
I'm gonna look up.
2018
I'm gonna
too.
look up who Lisa Tenner is now, since
She's
we're
got
down the
2
rabbit hole.
comments.
Is it just me? Like I used to
She's
remember
probably, like, a really
as we were
established writer.
talking about like older kids and going to the books, like going to different websites and all these different things. I used to go on so many different websites about so many different places, and now I use 3. I go on
Yeah.
Reddit.
That's true.
And
yeah.
I go on
Stumble upon was
Facebook,
fun.
and sometimes I go on like Gizmodo for like, but even that is mostly on Reddit. Like I don't.
Yeah, the internet has been centralized.
Yeah,
I
I'm
use
like-
I use 4 sites. I use Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, and like Amazon.
Yeah, there's
That's
no like I was sitting at work and I'm like, I'm bored.
And
I don't want to
Google.
go on Reddit anymore. I used to have a lot of places I would go on to
Well, it's
look
'cause
at shit.
I used to be like, oh, I'll go on like Flash Player and see what's on there. It's like, oh, I'm bored. Let's go to Addicting Games. I'll play Tron. It's like, oh, I'll go Mini Clip today.
And
I
like
remember
Newgrounds
the
fucking
games.
sucks now. Like it's all ad ridden, and I get it. Tom Fulp needs to make money, especially because nobody watches Newgrounds anymore. So
Even though it's a better platform than YouTube.
you think so?
Oh my God, yeah. Like, if you look at it outside of the content that's actually on it, but like just a platform itself, Newgrounds is better than YouTube. Just
Really?
because YouTube's algorithm and and how their copyright system works.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
YouTube still, even though they are making strides, I will give YouTube that, they still punish people and do
You
way
should
more
not start
favor.
This conversation
for-
because this is literally what I worked at when I was at the Fordham Law Clinic. So
I
just
did a
have
whole
so
project
many
on YouTube's copyright system.
I'll have you know
I would
that
love
I
to have
watch
this
YouTube.
conversation.
I don't.
I did a whole project on their algorithm
I just
and
wanna be
their
part of this.
copyright system and how it's so in favor of anyone who just because there was even a time where somebody was making a techno song and then just did 15 seconds of a random Beethoven song
Yep.
and then went back to techno, so that anyone who you tried to use like royalty free Beethoven music, he'd be like, that's my song, you can't use that, and then he would take all the money off their revenue. Because how YouTube worked, it was that as soon as you sent in the copyright, it'd be like, all right, all the money goes to you. Oh
Yep.
wait, he's fucking with you. Okay, you got it back. But it's like, but the first 48 hours already went. I lost like the majority of the revenue I would get,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yep.
oh well.
I'm not hitting on you. My
I
arms
had,
just getting tired.
At the Fordham Law Clinic,
Yeah,
we,
hitting a
we
little bit.
represented people
your
who
iris.
can't afford real lawyers.
Mhm.
So I had a client, and I went through the YouTube copyright claim process defending them, and then I was so angered that then I made that my class presentation for one of my law school classes. So yeah,
We have two of our streams that we uploaded to YouTube because we played 10 seconds of a song from Japan that we were talking about, Japanese bands that we wanted to go see. Our entire video got claimed because we played 10 seconds of Scandal's
And doesn't that count under fair use though?
Yes.
Because we're not.
It should technically count under fair use because one, we're not even making money off of it. We're not a big. We're
Oh,
not
yeah,
even
well,
a big enough channel to be considered for monetization.
Podbean let us
That's
know
just
how
one
much
of the
money we could be
factors
making.
For fair use, and it depends on.
Just putting out there. So Podbean, how are you? A wonderful platform that we use to pretty much produce Shibby Shack or whatever.
I use that too.
Oh, very nice. Well, they had they sent me an email saying, "See how much money you could be making with your current statistics." And so I clicked on it, and it said you could be making it in big bold like a big bold number $0 with your current statistics.
I got that too.
Yeah, we're going
Why-
some places.
Why shit on us like that?
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg sponsor
Though
us.
we're relatively big in California
Shaka, bruh.
and Sweden. A few people in Sweden like us.
What's
Shout out
really
to you
big?
Sweden
Like 4
bros.
people?
Sweden's cool.
That shitty
Sweden, we got like
website-
12 people in Sweden.
That's pretty sweet.
I know.
And they're all gone.
And now there's 2.
And they're gone.
I had that shitty website I made. I have analytics on it, just like tracking about it, and weird spots. Part
He
like
doesn't
I
mean
don't.
shitty website like it's bad. It's literally just a
It's just poop.
Don't
There's just
be-
poop everywhere.
don't
Oh no,
be a
it's
shit
don't
person.
be shitty. It's just
Yeah,
you click
don't be
it
shitty.
and it's like 17 different languages as you hit the button to be don't be shitty. That's all it's for. There's nothing else there. And I
So you
started
can,
just like
send
sending it to people, and I'm like, hey, don't be a shitty person. So I just send the link now, and it started floating, and I don't know how, but like it hit Japan, it hit Russia for a little bit. It was over in Australia, and again, I don't know how. I'm like, I only sent this to like 20 people. How is this getting here?
People in the country just find shit sometimes. Like
And
they just stumble
This
upon
makes
it.
me
And
Donald
Donald Trump sent
and
it to
it's-
Russia.
It's not like it's not like a 4-letter website. It's don't be shitty at .life. It's not easy to get to.
yeah.
I know we're talking about a website that says "Don't be shitty," but the way you were describing it made me think of like those stories we heard as kids when someone like sends their teddy bear around the world and then like strangers take care of it. It just sounded so heartwarming to me all of a sudden.
Aww. People are taking pictures with your shitty website.
That'd be great. That'd be great if that started like trending, because people just need to not be shitty.
That's like there was that story about where they tried to get a robot to hitchhike across the country, and it was like doing well until like it got to one point in the country where people just destroyed it.
Wasn't it New Mexico?
I think it was New Mexico where
Did
it just.
Ben
I
Shapiro
remember
just-
reading about that. They were like, "It's doing great. It got through like 6 states, and then it just
and
got
then it
the
got to New
shit
Mexico
kicked out
and
of
it got
New
literally
No, I thought it
destroyed.
happened
Like,
in the United States. I thought it was like Camden or something. Hold on. I gotta look
man,
this one up.
yeah, New Mexico, just not the United
Oh,
States.
no.
I only heard Mexico. I was paying attention.
And to confirm more of how Spencer's race.
He's gonna get one of them.
Oh.
One of them book prizes.
Guys, have you heard about this wall?
I'm gonna get a Webster, guys.
I'm gonna get a Newbery for children book excellence. That'd be great. What was I looking up? Robot.
You're gonna win a book.
Do they
A
make
book across the face?
Robot dies in New Mexico. That's how I'll Google this. Totally unbiased way to search for that.
pause? Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, it was a
Google is
robot
so
that they tried to get the
confused.
hitchhike because they wanted to do like the story of how a robot hitchhikes its way all across the country, and then like at one
Yeah.
point they just fucking jumped it and destroyed
Well,
they
didn't
did.
it go around the world and it finally came back to the United States? And
No, it was
No,
just
didn't
going
get that
across the
far.
country.
It was just supposed to get from like one to the other.
But
And
that's
now-
also like
Well,
how
'cause they did-
the flag.
there was two. Because didn't H3 also put out one?
No, I don't think so.
No,
But there was that one that Shia LaBeouf tried to put the flag in like the "He Will Not Replace Us" camera.
Oh yeah, but people kept finding
People
it.
kept finding it like every single time.
immediately.
Yeah,
Like they
That was-
found it within like a couple hours every time.
I remember like he put it on like a roof somewhere, and they did like the sun pattern and like shadow patterns.
yeah, it was within 6 hours they found it.
In 6 hours they found it, and they found a way. Even though it had security, they found a way to get up because like someone would start throwing rocks to make sure like that was the
That
stream.
was it, yeah.
They found a way to get like scale the building to like rip down the flag, and then like scale back down the building before security came. Like it's crazy how people can find things like super quickly.
Did you talk about Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was just
Sorry, I
talking
was
about.
reading about Hitchhiker Bot. I didn't get the information we wanted, so I got bored. And stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about how
Which
Shia
is why
LaBeouf
the
tried
Iris
to get like
videos are
5.
necessary for Spencer.
Actually, prime example why Iris videos are good. Because I'd be like, the intro. Come on already. Where
Give me boobs already, God.
I'm. No. I'm not that
Show
shallow.
me girls. You're
Spencer, how are
boring.
you gonna win your fancy book prize if you hate reading?
I didn't say I hate writing.
It's a vocal
Spencer
novel.
kicks into Webster. And he's just like, I want to win the book prize, but I want to read. It's like, we're a dictionary.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what you-
use dictating software.
Yeah, you got dick in the name. It's funny. You want an award? No, I'm here for the award. Thank you.
And then Webster's just like, okay, so under idiot synonyms, Spencer.
So we noticed you wrote a book and it's 900 pages. However, 300 pages were all, did you not take out that part of the dictation? No.
Halfway through the book, Spencer releases the book. It's 3/4 blank. He's like, I got bored writing it. Whatever.
You know, I kind of have a feeling you guys are making fun of me. I don't know if I appreciate that.
At the end of the book, he just comes back
But
and
you
goes,
can find
oh, yeah, I was
someone
writing
to
a book.
appreciate you
Ah,
on
whatever.
Iris.
But I could find someone to appreciate me on Iris.
I'm getting good at this.
You are. You're very good. My description's going to be fuck off Brian.
There is no Iris. It's actually Elena behind there,
There is no
matching
Iris,
everyone
only
together.
Elena.
Every time.
She's like, I just got to figure them out.
Everyone must be happy. I will find everyone somebody.
The robot said that it couldn't help, so I have to do it by hand.
Oh, God.
She's in Photoshop, like, measuring, like, the angles of people's, like, cheekbones and everything. Joe comes in. She's got, like, the coffee and the 1,000 stares. She turns around. She's like, cheekbones are off by 3 centimeters. He's
They're
not
a
going to like
match.
her.
They're not a match.
You just see stock photo pictures all over the wall with the red yarn.
Yeah, the
sticking
yarn.
around.
The yarns around it. She's like, the nose are off 3 centimeters. Like, he's not going to
They're
like
not a
her.
perfect match.
It has to be perfect. Everything must be perfect. Iris, coming to a phone near you. I am
true.
genuinely excited
no
to
AI,
see
it's
the
just me.
launch of this app.
No, I'm
Yeah.
excited too.
If-
All jokes aside, I am genuinely interested to see how it flies, how it goes.
I'm happy to
excited
see.
share it
I'm
with
happy
you
to
guys.
see that it like I want it to become like a mainstream dating app because most of the apps that are out there, you have like Tinder, which has the stigma that it does. There's Bumble, which
It's
I
just
think
exhausting, dude.
Most dating
Yeah.
apps are bullshit.
because there's also Bumble. I think it's where like, a girl has to say something within the
Correct.
first 24 hours.
Hinge, I think, is supposed to be the most legitimate one now. I never downloaded it.
But
I
then there's
honestly-
like there's Match and eHarmony, but all those you have to it's like oh you have to pay for it, or then eHarmony where it's like
You pay for
you
it,
can't
but
be
also
gay on here.
yeah, but also you pay for it.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, eHarmony's like super Christian.
Yeah, they're Christian.
You can.
Or you know,
You could be Christian and like gay people.
Not on eHarmony.
not eHarmony.
Isn't that the one with the really nice guy? It's like you could be on here. He's got like
Yeah.
ooh,
He's
clapping.
talking to all the straight folks.
Yeah,
You-
he's talking to
You could be
all
on here
them
unless you're a
straight folks.
queer.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
And then there's farmersonly.com.
Of course, it's an old white guy.
Farmers
that's a fucking
only,
Yeah,
cunt.
yeah.
city folks need not apply.
I get to see all the
That's
I get to
black
see all the
people meet.
people in like New Egypt and Cape. And
I'm really hoping
South
that
Jersey.
someone
I want-
somewhere made Amish people meet.
I want
they-
the
how would they do it by carrier pigeon?
That's why I
That's
just
the
hope
joke!
someone made it.
I mean-
There is gonna be 0 users
Oh,
forever.
yes, no.
Joe, do you have
But
a podcast?
everyone-
Because you're fucking funny.
Non-Amish people keep registering just to see who's on there and how they're getting there, and then they just get rickrolled.
Or
Or
you could use it for
this
the
is why
people
you
who
make the
leave
app.
Amish people land. You remember they get Amish people could leave.
land.
They
Yeah.
could leave for
Breaking
like
Amish or whatever they're called.
2 weeks, right? You get like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
of-
they get there. They get to leave for like a month.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
I
get
forgot.
to.
I forgot what it's called.
I don't.
There's like a thing that,
Rumspringa.
yeah. So they get to like experience life outside, and,
and then
you
it's
can
like
either
after the month, it's
return
like return or you're
or-
excommunicated
or
for
you're
life.
out.
Or they could just like have an agent who's not Amish, and they can like talk to. It's basically like a two-factor middleman because they're both getting an agent to use the app for them, and then the app is also a middleman.
It'd be
I just
fantastic.
no. I want to imagine they make a dating app for Amish people, but it's just they have to send it by pigeon, so they draw themselves the best they can. And it's like one of them's like a great artist where she draws like a really nice picture of himself, and the other guy just draws like stick figures with big muscles.
Where are you? And then
I'm
it's a
big.
perfectly drawn cartographer map, like just perfectly drawn. You're like, where did you make this?
Also, just
Cardboard box cut out and you have to sit in front of it.
Or he's like, "Where are you?" And it's the only other girl in town.
Or
speaking
you
of,
get like a pigeon, like on your window like late at night, and it just says, "What are you wearing?"
It just says nothing, and it's just hot.
Speaking of apps that are
But
learning
it
a lot
takes, like,
about
an
me,
hour.
Cool.
I think Google understands me because I just typed in Amish party time. The first thing goes, for Amish use the rum spring on. I was like, yes, got it.
That's what they do though. 'cause
How did
they
the
get-
Amish party time?
So when they do that, they basically get absolutely obliterated. A lot of the time, they immediately jump onto a cell phone plan. They don't even care about the cost, which ends up screwing them in the long run because termination fees and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But like, there's this whole they go nuts over there. They go to
Oh, dude.
There's,
drugs
there's
all day
documentaries
long.
about this. There's a
I'm
lot
about
of
to say,
documentaries.
imagine
there a
the
show?
repression.
I remember something from like when we
Rum
were
Spring
in
Break?
undergrad, like that, like
No, wasn't there an actual show called?
I
Is
think
it
there
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? Isn't that the show?
There was a show.
There was a show
Unbreakable
about a
Kimmy
girl
Schmidt.
who like leaves the Amish community and
I
then
thought
like
she left-
joins a city to try to figure out what life would be
oh, was
like.
the Amish community? Because I remember reading a synopsis and said she left a cult.
That might be Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, where she leaves the cult to find her mom.
Yeah,
Or
I
something.
don't watch
Kinda the
TV
same
shows
thing.
that much.
Yeah, no one's acceptable.
What are we gonna offend the Amish people that can't watch?
There was
this?
there also was like a reality show thing where it was called like Breaking Amish. I think it was called.
I thought it
where-
was called Breaking Bad.
Wasn't that staged to shit?
Probably.
And no one.
I worked on 3 different reality shows. They're staged to shit. By the way, if you ever watch the shows, if you watch Jerseylicious, it's staged to shit. You ever watch Jersey Shore? It's staged to shit. Not the first season though. That was actually.
If you
legit.
ever seriously watched a show called Jerseylicious and thought it was serious, you're just fucking stupid.
Jerseylicious sponsor us.
Yeah.
Jerseylicious
no,
was a
fuck
show about
Jerseylicious. Bubblicious sponsor us.
Jerseylicious was a show about hairdressers in New Jersey.
Do you know how
and
much
it was
gum
hysterical because I never
we would
heard
have
about
to
it.
chew
But
for this episode to get flavor.
But what was great was that so it was like this
Like a
it was this woman and her mom, and they were both hairstylists. They come in, they're as happy as can be. They're like, "Oh, how you like? Oh, you're doing great, whatever." And they're like, "All right, let's get the show on," because I was doing lights, so I was like, I got all the lighting going. And like, and action, and they would go on, and it's like they're all happy, and says action. She goes, "You're such a fucking bitch," and I'm like, "Whoa!" And they were just going ham at each other, and the cameras go off. She goes, "Oof, that was fun." And I'm
Bipolar,
just
am I
like,
right?
Wow, this is staged to shit.
Deductive reasoning there, sleuth. Good for you.
Thanks, man.
Turns out it's just therapy. As soon as they say action, therapy turns on.
Actually, they're all under hypnosis, and that's their trigger word to like make them go into rage mode.
Oh, this is MK Ultra.
I,
3, 2, 1,
I read
banana.
a really good hypnosis joke the other day.
Oh.
Not to put on the spot now.
Knock yourself out and telling it.
Damn it. It was
Take your time, no
basically
rush.
the hypnotist is standing on stage and he just hypnotized everybody, and then he accidentally stubs his toe and he says, "Oh fuck me," and then what comes next is not fit for any person's eyes.
Have you met our friend Kyle?
No.
You guys can get along swimmingly.
It was just a really good joke I read on the internet.
It was a funny joke.
It was a clever chuckle, especially the part about coming. I got it.
The way
Way to make her so uncomfortable about her joke, you dick.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I liked your joke.
Thank you.
So what do you think, guys? What'd you learn today?
I was like, you know what else I would like to know? I'd like to know what we all learned today.
Better transition. X mine out. That's your transition.
I'll
At the end of every episode, we kind of just ask like,
edit it out in post.
"No, you won't, because we do it live. We do it raw." Anyway, what did you guys learn today?
Gross. Yeah, at the end of every episode, we do like to ask everyone what they learned today. And,
It's like we're kids coming.
If you
home
guys
from
are feeling the
school.
spot, we can go.
Yeah.
I learned
'Cause
about
think
Iris.
I taught you
I
stuff,
stole
so it's
your.
really,
I'm
what
about
did
to
you
say.
learn from me?
I learned what the Newbery Award is. That's what I learned
The
today.
most important takeaway from today.
That's what's
we
really.
learned about this magnificent new dating app, and Spencer's like, I learned how to book.
It's the very first award that comes up on Google.
I
Man,
learned
is it
how to
impressive.
book.
Nailed it.
It was genuinely the award I was looking for, though, because I remember the little gold medallion that was on all these books on the Scholastic store.
Spencer, every book had a gold medallion on them.
Fuck you. Well, yeah,
I'm
because
surprised
in
mine
our
have a
school system, we
similar
would never
looking
get anything
medallion.
less than a Newbery Award book. It's perfect.
It's because every award were gold.
Joe, shut up. What'd you learn today? Shut your mouth.
That
and
you
talk
don't know how to read medals. Or the fact that they're all
I'm
gold.
sorry. Not all
What
gold.
I learned today is that there is a fantastic new dating app coming
Wow,
out. It's
really,
called
really,
Iris.
really went fishing for that one.
No,
Coming
I
soon.
really like it. I like the whole just. It seems like also such a simple concept of being having like an AI controlled app, but no one's done it before, and I really like the idea. I like that it really takes into it. It's also just super personal, because also there is the stigma of like when other people are looking, you're like cater to what they want, and then you can end up going out with someone that you're just like, I only picked you because my friend was over his shoulder and he would have, I don't know, call me a loser if I didn't find you hot or whatever. So it's more intimate and it's more personal, and I like that.
That's what we were aiming
I like
for.
books.
You already went. Shut up.
Fuck you. I wasn't done yet.
What did you learn today?
I learned that my friends are super awesome for letting me on their podcast.
What about Spencer though?
Talk about me. Oh, yeah. Poop on Spencer Day. All right. It's fine.
Thank you.
I'm going to get a super hot biddy off Iris, so you can be ultra jealous.
So did I. It's right there.
You got her off Iris?
Sure, why not?
There it
I'll
is.
change our whole meeting story just so we can say we
Like
did
you
on
already had
Iris.
your wedding, but now you have a different backstory.
Yeah. Well, I met her on an app that didn't even come out for 6 years.
We're in the beta testing.
So alpha.
Yes.
The Omega, beginning and the end. Anywho. Joe, what'd you learn today?
I learned that I might not have to. I don't know if we could be friends anymore. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
No, I don't know. I'm not good with learning.
You
That's
weren't
what
in-
I've learned. I've learned that I'm not good at
I
learning.
feel like that's something you knew before you came on here, but we'll accept it. Okay. Anyway.
I learned also now I have to go into their memories and change the fact that I was the one who brought them together and not Spencer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
That
literally
is-
copy paste your face in my memories.
Do I suck that hard that you don't even want me part of the story that you guys
No,
met?
no.
Okay, cool.
You're
All right.
always going to be part of
Do
my
you
story.
know that at some point when we have kids and or grandkids, I'm gonna have to explain at some point that I thought I was getting roped into a three-way by lesbians, and that's how I met your mother.
You thought I was a Wait, how did... Who is it?
Yup.
So what I learned today is... No. Well, yeah.
I used to have short hair, and I...
Pixie cut,
Okay,
wearing
yeah,
plaid,
so-
and her
Oh,
friend,
come
and Emily was
No,
right
yeah,
next
but
there
I
with the
was, like-
sundress, and
I
they
had
were
a
whispering
very,
to each other.
affectionate, like, just style of, like, interacting with my girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Point,
fine.
giggle to each other in their own table.
Brian and I do that. We're not that gay.
It's like these sound like things that I do with Spencer all the time.
We cuddled in bed and had mom questioning.
Yeah, but you're not wearing flannel, so it's
I have
like,
plenty of
I'm just
flannels
wearing a pink
upstairs.
shirt with a pug on it and a unicorn that says "I'm amazing." So
It says
yeah.
I'm magical.
No, excuse me. I'm magical because I am.
No, he's book good.
So,
I book.
So yeah, this is completely a hetero
had-
shirt that you see all the straightest of guys wearing.
I hope my mom's not still listening. But I had my mom question my sexuality, I think, at least 3 times throughout my life. The first was our friend Ryan Hanratty, friend of the show. I dated him on Facebook because he just got out of his relationship with his girlfriend after like a year.
so hot.
And I was like, hey, I'm gonna help out my friend. I'm like, let's date on Facebook. And my mom,
so it makes sense to you, but to someone else, it's like it
Yeah.
looks like you're finally shooting your shot.
yeah, and my mom was like, hey, so not that there's anything wrong,
Oh, it's the best.
but are you gay? I was like, no. She's like, yeah, but you're dating your friend on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, it's a joke. It's funny. She's like, some people might get the wrong idea.
Facebook profile's looking a little too colorful, Brian.
that was my brother.
I had that all up on MySpace.
But anywho,
Yeah,
Uh,
so that was one of the times Mom questioned my relationship. The other one was when Spencer slept in my bed with me.
That
if you
What?
wear socks, it's not gay. No, I'm just kidding.
I bet you're naked
leave
under those
this
clothes,
for
you
the end
slut.
of the podcast?
What?
You leave this bombshell for the end of the podcast?
Yeah, because
If
now we can
you're-
end it. You guys can't make fun of me. Hey!
If you're a frequent listener, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
All right, so do you wanna close this out, or do I have to
I
do
always
it?
forget you do it.
great.
What?
What?
I have something to share.
Oh, yes. We also do have something to share about this weekend.
I
Thank you
do?
for reminding me. We do.
We do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we do. Hold on.
So we have our lovely, we have our
God
lovely
damn it.
friends of the show that usually hop on here. They, whenever we're playing games or such, they like to rate us. They are doing a extra live stream for charity on November 2nd and 3rd, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're doing a 25-hour gaming marathon for Extra Life Charity, more specifically for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. They're going to have giveaways, fun times, and whatnot on Twitch. Do they have their Twitch link? Because it was not in the post.
Well, what's their Twitch name?
If
Do
you
we
can
know
get
that?
me their Twitch, I can get you that in a hot second.
That's pretty cool, though.
It's Lei. So it's Lei
Lei AFK
PUZ.
PUZ. Lay away from keyboard. Puzz.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
So yeah, he jumps on here a bunch of times. He's also a friend of the show, and they're doing an awesome 25-hour gaming marathon stream on Twitch. We'll post on our socials about it when it comes up as well. Definitely check them out. Really cool. If we have the time, we'll try to stop by and post stuff. Be like, hey, here's some love and whatever. We'll be hosting them as well on this Twitch channel. So if you forget, just come back here on, I think that's Saturday from 10 to 10, Sunday to Sunday. We'll be hosting them on this Twitch channel. So just be sure to go to their channel from there. And then for the outro, thank you for listening to Shootin The Shibby. This is
No, Brian,
episode
thank you.
77.
And that's where he got his own surgeries done.
Oh, he got his own surgeries done there at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So it's personal, too. So, yeah, like I said, check out the Twitch channel around that time. That was November 2nd to November 3rd, 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be hosting them, so just come on over here, and then you can go to their channel straight from there. But thank you again for listening and watching to Shootin The Shibby. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Player.fm, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Just type in Shootin The Shibby. You
We
can
sprinkle
find us
that
in
shit
there.
on everything.
You can watch the live video recording on YouTube because now that I've learned that with the affiliate program, we can export straight to YouTube, which is pretty dang cool.
Wow, neato.
So if you want to see all of our lovely faces and Spencers, you can definitely go there and check us out.
You left me out because I'm the loveliest. Aww.
Sure. And
Gonna poop in your
anyone else
sink.
have any final things to say while I go over and prep up that sweet outro music from DJ Quads? Big shout out to him for our intro and outro music to DJ Quads, and also special thanks to the Super Thrash Brothers.
That was the motion I was going for because I realized I could have been misinterpreted.
Because I was getting into them as well because they do the music for our whole pre-stream stuff. They're great, and also look out for next week. We will be having the frontman.
Yes, frontman Brian Carroll.
Yes, we'll be having him on next week, and Bob will be back next week. So
Yay,
Who?
Bob.
It's been so long, I forgot who he was. It's the joke. Get it?
and now we know. And now we know that Spencer has a short attention span, but we all knew that already.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say now you know for sure.
All right. Well,
I just want to also say
talk us out
thank
while
you
I
to
do this.
Joe and Elena for coming out,
Thank
hanging,
you.
chilling, giving their thoughts and opinions, and for introducing us to the wonderful thing on Iris. So for what? Yes. Thank you for introducing them to introduce me to Iris and all. So, for one last time, this is Brian. Scream really loud. That wasn't that loud, but he's waving. He said, "That's Brian." So, and I'm Spencer. That's the LSA, and you have been listening to Shootin' the Shibby. Oh, good. Good timing. Right on.
Will you wave?